The moment your paycheck hits your account, you've got maybe 30 seconds before your brain starts going into spending mode. What can I finally afford? Should I upgrade my phone? Or should I get a nice takeout meal? And just like that, the mental spending begins. Money that isn't even out of your account yet already feels gone. You tell yourself you'll save what's left over, but let's be honest, there's never much left over. And that's not because you're bad with money, it's because nobody ever taught you what to do immediately after getting paid. So you do what most people do. You pay your bills, maybe even reward yourself, because hey, you earned it, right? And before you even realize it, that fresh paycheck is already spoken for. Some of it was spent, some of it's waiting to be spent, and some of it just gone. And you haven't actually done anything wrong. But the truth is, most people lose control of their money in the first 48 hours after getting paid. Not because they overspend, but because they don't give their money a job right away. Without a plan, your income just reacts to whatever comes up. Groceries, rent, small purchases, surprise costs, and there's no real structure to it. And that's why having a paycheck routine makes such a difference. It gives you a clear, repeatable process to follow every time money hits your account, without having to rely on motivation. And once it's in place, you'll be surprised how quickly things start to change. So let's walk through what that routine actually looks like. The very first step needs to happen before you spend a single dollar. You pay yourself first. Paying yourself first means that the first thing you do when you get paid is set aside money for your future, before anything else. Even if it's just $20, it needs to come out right away. Because if you wait until the end of the month to save what's left, there won't be anything left. And that's just how it goes. Unexpected costs always show up, and spending tends to stretch to whatever's in your account. So here's how to make this work. Set up an automatic transfer that moves a fixed amount of money into a separate savings account the day after every paycheck. Not one you can easily spend from, but a separate account that's only for saving or investing. If your bank lets you, hide it from your main dashboard. The less you see it, the better. And no, it doesn't have to be a huge amount. You don't need to start with 20% right away. Start with whatever's doable. Even 5% is better than nothing, because what matters most is building the habit. Over time, as your income grows or your expenses get under control, you can slowly raise that percentage. But for now, just get it moving automatically. Because once that money's moved out, it's protected. It's not sitting in your checking account, tempting you. It's already working for your future. And here's the best part. Once you start doing this, you won't even notice it's gone. You'll adjust without thinking. And a few months from now, you'll look at that savings account and realize you've built something without even trying. Once you've paid yourself first and moved that money out of your checking account, the question is, what happens to it now? This is where investing comes in. Because the goal isn't just to save money and let it sit there doing nothing. The goal is to grow it. A simple way to start is with something called a broad market ETF. That just means you're buying a small piece of hundreds of companies at once, instead of trying to pick one winning stock. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to set it up once and then automate it. So every time you get paid, a piece of that pay yourself first money goes straight into your investment account. And if you want to know exactly how to start investing, I made a free 5-step investing guide. The link's in the description. If you could do this consistently, the results add up faster than you'd expect. Even small amounts, invested regularly, can grow into enormous amounts over time, all without you doing anything extra. And remember, this is money you've already removed from your main account. You're not spending or touching it. You're just letting it grow in the background while you focus on your life. Now that your investments are set up and running in the background, the next step is to make sure the rest of your money doesn't get wasted. And no, that doesn't mean tracking every dollar or setting up a complicated budget. Most people don't stick to that anyway. What actually works is understanding just two things: what your essentials cost and how much money you can safely spend after that. So here's what to do. Take your monthly paycheck amount and subtract your fixed expenses. Things like rent, insurance, transportation, groceries, and anything else that needs to be paid no matter what. These are your non-negotiables. What's left after that is your flexible money. That's the part most people end up spending without thinking. It's also the part that needs a simple rule, or it'll disappear fast. You can use separate accounts for this, or just keep a mental line between categories. One part can go toward daily spending, things like food, coffee, or little extras. Another part can go toward short-term goals, like saving for a trip, a new phone, or just a small buffer for unexpected things. The point is to give your money a clear role. When you do that, you're not wondering anymore where all your money went by the end of the month. You've already handled the most important parts. Your future's covered, your essentials are paid, and you still have space to enjoy your money. But there's another very important part, because what if an emergency comes up? A real paycheck routine also protects you when things go wrong. Your car breaks down, your laptop dies, or maybe you lose a shift at work, and suddenly your whole month is off balance. That's why the next part of your routine is having a buffer, a small emergency fund that lives in a separate savings account, ready to help when life doesn't go to plan. You don't need thousands of dollars to start. In the beginning, aim for just 1 month's worth of basic expenses, enough to cover rent, food, bills, and transport. Once you hit that, you can keep building it slowly until you reach 3 to 6 months of expenses. The point isn't to make money with this. You're not touching it unless you truly have to, because this is just your safety net, so that when something unexpected happens, you're not forced to use a credit card or pause your investing plan. And yes, this is where most people get it wrong. They wait until they have extra money to start saving for emergencies. But by then, it's already too late. The smartest move is to make this part of your paycheck routine right from the start, just like investing or paying bills. Even if you can only set aside $50 or $100 each month, that money adds up fast. And when something goes wrong, and it will, you'll be glad you did. Now, we've covered saving, investing, and protecting yourself. But there's still one final step that pulls all of this together. And without it, even a good routine eventually falls apart. The last step is simple, but it's the one most people skip. Because even with the best plan, if you have to manually move money around every time you get paid, something will eventually go wrong. You'll forget 1 week, or you'll delay it the next. Then it gets pushed off until later, and that's how good habits fall apart. The solution is to remove yourself from the process as much as possible, so we set everything up at once. So your savings are automatically transferred to a separate account. Your investments are set to auto-invest the same day after payday. Your bills will be paid on a schedule, so you're not chasing due dates. And your spending money is left in your checking account. This doesn't just save time, it protects your plan from emotion, stress, and forgetfulness. And the best part? You only have to set it up once. After that, your money flows through the same system every time you get paid. And over time, the results start to add up. Your savings grow, and your investments are being built, and your stress about money slowly fades. Not because you're earning more, but because you finally have a routine that works. And in the next video, I'll show you exactly how to start investing with just $100.